Greetings everyone, and great here with another H-Bars replay. Spawn on the south side as the red Swedes. We have Chuponcito. On the north side as the blue Dutch. We have Skelebro. No deck selected yet. And no deck selected either. You have Red going for a trade post now. When it comes to natives map, we got the House of Fanar. Give you access to Everzone Boyars and of course the Sacred Band Infantry. And of course over here we do have the House of Witten, which give you access to the Brabant Saxon Cuirassier and to H2 Fort. That's what I'm hearing. It's like blue is smacking that Kelfit and steal his Crimean Khanate. Got one Torp in the field, actually surrounded by a decent number of trees as well, so the Torp is providing decent wood income as well as other resources. Gunman will go down. A trader's abandoned textiles worth 90 coin. We do now have a shipment available for the Swede. We got Navatos, so it's like some sort of native deck. Plus we got also the advanced trading post, settlers, blueberries, rude wood coin, hand combat, hand hit points, Isomeric ironworks, dominions, native treaties, tree of rock slide, coin, platoon fire, snap lock, Amalar castle, oral mint, refrigeration, trample tactics, Finn horseman, factory, infinite Highland army, Siva lifeguard, and the Great Northern Forest. Highland mercenary army gives you 6 Highlanders, which are musketeer, Swiss pikemen, Corsair pikemen, and Harquebuser. I'm not sure what that one is, top of my head. Probably a skirmisher to mix it out. And now for the Dutch, we got 14V. So this is meant for a 14-player deck, I guess. We got the merchants, town militia, wood coin, pikemen, infantry attack, team infantry hit points, hussars, bank, religious freedom, higher Irish brigadiers, wood, pike, halberdiers, skirmishers, infantry combat, hussars, routier, cavalry combat, advanced artillery, fort, higher buzznicks, factory, or heavy cannons and factory. The heavy cannons could be useful against the Swedes if he's going for a Carolyn-based composition, but you know, I actually don't know. We have hardly any sort of military cards here, so I'm not sure what type of deck. We got, of course, the hand bonuses, which would be good to get for his hand infantry, hand combat, or cavalry. Gunman does go down because he wasn't using a gun. He was using a knife to fight in melee combat. You now have the age up to the Philosopher Prince. His opponent's going for the much more creative Quartermaster into Banked Wagon. So it's not eyeing for more villagers. There's a villager. And we do actually have the advanced trading post being built out, which is the Greek one. Getting that nice and early can give you access to the Greek Revolution, which will give you some free musketeers. After a short amount of time, it will pay for itself pretty quickly, honestly. Production time still being built. Oh, does he have the advanced trading post research? He does have the advanced trading post research. It also gives him basic range attack, each range 20 damage, so it's weaker than a musketeer. Biggest withdrawal about the advanced training post is the fact that it's cheaper, and extra hit points never hurt. The range attack is worthless, honestly. And we do also got another native advanced training post here as well. This eventually will get them the button, significant boost cavalry and shock infantry armor. You can always go for marriage politics, reducing the age up costs. Trying to think how. Marriage politics costs 325. The base cost of an outpost costs 150. So let's just assume that goes up to 600 resources, just to keep the math simple. Reducing the age of costs by 15% or 20%. It says 20%, but it says upgrades. Oh, also reduces upgrade cost by 50%. Okay, that's a little bit better, but just for a 20% fast, cheaper age up, which of course allows it to reduce by 240 here and 200. So going just for this to reduce your age of cost by 20% is not cost effective. However, reducing the cost of other upgrades never hurts as well. Plus, you always can get Royal Saxon Grenadiers, get free Giant Grenadiers for future shipments. It also gives you one as well while at it. We do got a very large number of halberdiers now pushed its way forward. The Dutch is going for a bit of a more economic boom. Does have a couple nothing here for defense. And these guys will report structures at 36 damage. And their melee damage is not half bad as well. Does bring up the militia. The militia has to be very aggressive and micro. The militia do have a move speed of 4, however, there's a movement of higher. And the militia getting ripped apart. The Dutch right now needs to go for a shipment of. He does not have enough coin. No, he does have enough coin for the. Not enough population space for the Irish Brigadiers. He needs to build another house. Does get a house or lost some villagers somewhere. Bring in the Irish Brigadiers now. Got some more of the natives push way forward. Charbon's. Oh, he probably went for the native. Yep, he went for the native treaty, giving him a small native force. Halberdiers now splitting up, trying to engage from multiple angles. Very nice. One shim is available for the Swedish player now. Yeah. And he can always bring in some Skelebro infantry, or maybe. I think we assume he had one button available. He may have it one available. Should give him 2 Skelebro infantry. The training post will quickly go on down. Halberdiers will show no mercy to it. Got the age up for the Dutch. 2 ships available. He does not have. Not skirmishers. Definitely skirmishers should be his option. Go with his own halberdiers. Not sure how effective that would be. The Gustavian Guard from the Rock Slide are pushing the way forward now. Commando? Does have a good number of skirmishers here. Bring in the fort. Skirmishers, of course, getting overwhelmed with sheer numbers. Now we've got the natives advancing forward, which includes a boyar, and boyar is a good heavy cav native, has a high attack speed. Similar to a Hussar, if you think about compared to a Hussar, Hussars have like 320 health, this has 340. Hussars have 30 damage, while this has 20. Thank you for the YouTube subscription, I believe that was. And with the higher attack speed, they all basically the same DPS as well as a Hussar. The Boyar does go down. And we do have the fort there for defense. He really does need that defense. That's Saxon Chris here. Oh, his Boyar's also age 3 as well. Good siege damage. I really didn't pay close enough damage to the siege attack, so that, whoops, sorry, I hit my microphone. That maybe Boyar's actually shines. We got marriage politics to make his research cheaper. The Dutch will have a good defensive line. Bring a shipment of wood, maybe iron for more banks.
Commando.
Bring a shipment route here. I do not really agree with that. It's a cheap light cavalry. I don't think he really needs light cavalry at the moment. Though, this one doesn't really have much military force in the field. He has something. He has 19... Oh, wait. 28 villagers, 30 population. Yeah, he has basically nothing. So the route here would actually give him some ability to put pressure on the map. Various stuff being built over here. Torps. Like the gold. This gold lasts the torps a long time. Also get a decent amount of wood with some of these torps as well. The Swedish player can now age up. Going for the bishop, which allows him to move diagonally a little bit better. Routier now deployed in the field.
Yeah.
Red settler will not be engaged. This red settler, I'm not sure he's eyeing. Oh, we do also have a dock being built out here. Maybe eyeing for a bit of fish as a side business. There are 2 whales out at sea as well, and there's also plenty of fish out at sea. So the whales will be a good backup, but he could probably just eye for fish for now. There's plenty of torps for coin income, and it should last him for quite some time. So if you go straight for fish, or for the whales, then he can probably take his villagers off the coin and let the torps gather that over time. The trading post is getting some damage there. Light cavalry does Rudier have 7 siege damage. They're horrendously bad. So the trading post may actually could win this fight. But there's a decent force now push way forward. Does have a pair of halberdiers which offer good siege damage. Everything else has crap siege damage. Oh, got the advanced artillery shipment, so now he has a mortar on the field. And there's a Greek revolutionaries. Getting out a group of 8th Sacred Band Infantry, that's pretty good. They have 16 damage and 50% faster attack speed. So their damage output similar to a musketeer in DPS. Of course, a little bit weaker than, a little less healthy than a musketeer, have base health of 135. But seeing he just got 8 of them for the cost of 1 trading post is not bad. There's a fresh free covered wagon. He has a good amount of natives here, including some of the arrow zones, so our skirmisher to help engage the routier. They offer 11 damage, and of course they say the 250% bonus damage versus light. And also times 3 versus heavy, so the more of a counter unit. He's not really fighting against heavy infantry, mostly just light. Falconets are here, so Dutch is starting to push his way forward. Got a good number of Carolines here as well. More Ever zones being pulled on out to help engage the routier. There's a couple of the veteran halberdiers there. Ever zones engaging. There goes the trading post, but we do now have the mortar being overran by the hussars. Carolines charge way forward. They do have less damage versus light infantry, so not a good thing to try to charge forward into the skirmishers. The Falconets have annihilated them. They're really stacked up, so I'm not sure why he went to melee mode. The Falconets just ripped apart those Carolines with one solid volley. Looking good for the Swedish player. He does have quite a bit of infrastructure over here, including another town center being built. That may be where his second covered wagon went. And now you have the fort being pulled out, being shipped on in. Additionally, with this one here, he get another fort as well. So he could get 2 forts to solidify himself over here. His fishing economy is going to be untouched and has a good amount of fish. He also has a proxy artillery post you can perhaps push forward and deploy stuff with. You can also deploy out a heavy ship for deployment over here as well. So he could abandon this region, be a costly abandonment. But he can migrate over here, solidify the regional forts, and then use this artillery foundry and deploy out ships to deploy out military units over here. There's the fort at the corner. He did take out the mortar as well. He says to be careful of falconets. So what's unique about this castle as well? Enables the bounty aura action, so you get the Aztec war chief aura action right there. Not bad. Apparently the reduced upgrade costs did not apply to this one here. You can also go for the... He is going for this the Clung scene. You can also eye for the Golden Retinue. Oh, there's a target ability? Oh, it's boost, not resource gathering rate. Whoops, I was thinking that was the one that improves resource gathering rate. But also, if I click on it, again, that is the Age Mythology lightning bolt. Yeah. We got some petards that are being employed on out. Petards do 1,600 damage, siege. The fort has 9,000 health. So take 6 of them to take out a fort in one volley. They do offer no siege armor as well. So the fort can 2-shot them. That could be very likely. But it does do 50% less damage for siege units, so maybe not. These should be classified as siege units, yep. The Swedish player has plenty of spare housing. He has plenty of torps over here. Let's go around the Hussars. And there's another fort. We got Rasborg Castle and Nienskans. We got some Bosniaks over here, Bosniak mercenaries. We got a very good fishing economy over here. So Swedish player has 44 civilians versus the Dutch is 30. It's going for H4 now, going for Logistican. Routier does gun down a villager. We got some veteran Saxon cuirassiers. So we got the French cavalry there. We got a round of Hussars as well. And Routier are going to be completely surrounded, taking massive AoE damage from the fort. The fort does 150 damage, 3 AoE, and no damage penalties against cavalry. We also got the battery tower here, which does offer good damage, good range, and bonus damage for cavalry. And now he's trying to rip off the Routier. Saxon cuirassiers are the French cavalry variant. They are expensive like the French cavalry, and they do not take population space like the French cavalry. They're also a pretty underrated unit, I would say. You can only deploy out 7 of them, though. Bosniaks or a Lancer cavalry. And there's way too much there, so he starts to fall back. Fight near the force probably not a bad idea. Take out the falconets. The battery towers take some damage. I love how there's cannons here, but only fires the basic gunshots. Battery tower does go down, but so do the falconets. We got another fort being poured out by the Dutch. Fort Goody Hope. More hussars been put on the field, being trying to get his halberdiers, in which they're not going to be retaliated on. Or do you hear a number of grenades? Oh, there's Patars, takes out that fort. They could go for a bank. No, two of them won't take out a bank. They will blow up a house. A heavy cannon is now shipped on in, so the fort can get over, can be battered down. More hussars been plotted out. Over here, got more hussars taking some villagers. Very good flank there. Dutch has a pretty good amount of coin. Maybe to pull out Saluna too to get out some mercenaries. Not sure what mercenaries he has available. Then again, I don't think he knows that either. Because mercenaries are always pretty random. Nian Scans is getting sieged down. And that's a very good number of ships. That maybe don't deploy out too many more ships, because he will eat through the fish pretty quickly. Though going for the fishing upgrades would not hurt much. Heavy cannons getting overran. Nian Scans does get saved for now. Going for some Halkapelties, light cavalry, which is not going to be super great. He needs falconets. He can pull out falconets from the fort. Can you pull out leather cannon instead at the fort, being Swedish? No idea. Veteran Wettins have been portfolios, which will give him some veteran boyars. The other one you need to get out from here is the Trabants, a hand infantry with high hit points that protects nearby units by absorbing damage inflicted. So a guardian unit. But probably not super useful, though could be decent against root here. Boyars. Oh, what's siege damage boyars again? 19. Oh, that is a faster attack speed, so so the thing is, it's siege attackers use 6, so it doesn't do bonus damage in siege, just does it really fast. So it has ×4 attack speed for siege damage. So just assume that to be 80. That's not bad. We now got an arsenal here. Going for hand combat, which wouldn't be half bad for the hussars and for the boyars. He does have rebuilt this trading post here. Going for the Everzones. Saxon Crusaders will also love that upgrade. Let's see, docks work faster, adds a battleship build limit. Byzantine ships buildings have more hit points. The extra hit points could be useful, seeing the forts are under siege. Mountain monasteries, it could be okay. Combos interestingly with Torps, I think. Maybe. Can Torps still collect the coin if there's a monastery on the top of it? I have no idea. And all ranged infantry points reflect slightly more damage, and Everzone's even more. Boyar is trying to overrun the mortars, does get one, does get both mortars. Halberdiers gain some great damage. Now all the heavy cannons cavalry is trying to fall back. At this one time, he's going to go for some own artillery. We do have just the fort firing away. Bosnak does go down. He is going for leather cannons, so he does pull out leather cannon, not falconets from the forts. Oh, we've now got another pair of mortars engaging the fort. Fort does go down. He could go for more Everzones. That would be decent against the halberdiers. Guns, not so much. They're a decent musketeer, but nothing too spectacular at this moment. The Royal Saxon Grenadiers could be useful. Giant Grenadiers to offer 36 damage, as well as 2 AoE, not bad. The hand attacks are pretty decent as well, so they're actually not a light infantry unit, but they're actually a heavy infantry unit. And mercenary. And grenade troop. The siege attack is 50 at 12 range. Ooh, so they do a grenade siege attack. So they're a heavy infantry unit, so the skirmishers will actually do bonus damage against them. Okay, I thought they were a light infantry unit, but nope, they're heavy.
Ers Majestät.
Going for snap block. More Everzones being deployed and out. Huh. No, I just realized as well, and probably he forgot as well. He did not go for Golden Retinir in or Retier, or however it's called, in those heavy cav engagements to get extra armor on them. Big oversight. Now I got some Culverins being deployed and out. As well as some Trabants. A couple of them wouldn't hurt just for the damage absorption aura. Quartz taking some damage. The fish appear to be half consumed. We also have a decent amount of heavy calves still alive here, so they can perhaps re-engage. And there goes the fort. He has a decent mixed army here. 51 versus 63. Got 5 mortars there, though. Quite expensive investment. Got 3 culverins. Mortars do have a range of 30. Culverins, I think, have a range of 32, so they can outrange them, but only slightly. And if the mortar's not being used, don't push them forward, so they'll be perfectly safe. We do got one factory put up by the Dutch, bringing coin. The Swedish player has a massive food reserve. He could either age up. He can now age up. He does have cheaper age up. Going for the Logistican. Greek Revolution now deployed on the field. Ball's next one to go down as well. Got another round of 8 Greek Sacred Band infantry.
Ers Majestät.
More Saxon Cuirassiers. And that's definitely a bad path. Okay, he does fix it. Rain Post takes some fire. He may want to use this big button now before he loses it. He lost it. So he won't be able to get the advanced or good increase to armor. And these guys are dancing right there. Not engaging. That's not good. Culverins trying to push me forward to engage the mortars. Mortars are not really important to take out in this conflict. Caroline's push way forward. Halberdiers stopping it. Halberdiers do great melee damage. Looks like Red's armor is just disintegrating. Arizona's taking out a claw's neck. That's not what they want to be hitting. They want to hit these Halberdiers. A swashbuck, or however you pronounce that, Halberdiers. There's the age up, but maybe a little bit too late. He has a good amount of resources, so if he's able to pull out some barracks, there's another fort. If he abandons this region, he just needs to focus on getting up wood for more torps. There's some villagers cooking up wood. He has plenty of income. In fact, whoops, sorry, my microphone again. The villager count's only is actually still in his favor because he's fighting against banks. We now got the howitzer research as well as a secondary factory. Got his first factory here. You can trade all of his structures for time. There's a fort. Fastberg, Fastnen. Well, I butchered that name as well. Going for Halkbelties, and probably not a great idea. Going for Hussars. Probably better. Still has to be careful of all those Halberdiers. How many Halberdiers do we have here? 19. And he's building more. I think the Dutch should just die for cannon. His or not Dutch, the Swedish player. When a Swedish player gets his factory deployed on field, he needs to go for heavy cannon, I would say. He brings out a round of horse artillery, that's probably good. He has a lot of food as well. He may want to sell off a 2,000 food to get as much coin as possible. You want to make sure. Yep, yeah. Does he have? Yeah, he does have fishing boats on the whales. No, he needs not on this whale. He's actually running out of fish out at sea as well. He needs more coins, so retasking some of his fishing boats to whales would be good.
Yeah.
Routier will find villagers. And still has some torps of the collecting coin from mines. These copper mines about to run out, so just let the torps expire them, and then he has to find other coin sources. The Dutch has plenty of coin through banks. Going for heavy cannon, very good. Got some howitzers here, very exposed. Market and towns that are being built here. Engage, trying to pursue the routier with some heavy cav. You should just charge for and take up these howitzers. The fort takes some damage. You got good number of horse guns engage the infantry. The cavalry is charging. Horse guns need to. There goes the fort. The horse guns need to deploy, engage those skirmishers. And looks like he was unable to take out the howitzers. At this point in time, they heavy capture just avoid the conflict. Avoid those units. Heavy cav died in midair. Cav zones push way forward, which should be effective against these halberdiers. Now the heavy cavs actually starting to engage the skirmishers a bit. Halberdiers slowly being picked off by the horse artillery. Oh, the halberdiers are now down. Arizona's heavy cav needs to start pushing forward. Now got a round of more routier. This stuff's not probably being pushing forward. Big oversight. Is he migrating somewhere? Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't look like it. Now the heavy cavs are engaged the skirmishers. At this point in time, it's better to engage the skirmishers rather than the artillery pieces, but we've got more halberdiers, and now's a good time to engage the howitzers. Arizona's need to start protecting his horse guns. They are a skirmisher. Routier is engaging melee. Horse artillery does get saved. Halberdiers ripping apart the heavy cav. And now they're going to get ripped apart by the horse artillery. And now blue's back on off. Great defense there by red, but he did lose a bit. He's starting to get some heavy cannon on the field as well, so he has a good base artillery. They need to see some... He's starting to go for some hussars over on the artillery. May need to go for some culverins, going for some more skirmishers. Going for coffee trade now from the church. And the whale's still not being collected up. He should pass some village boats on the whales. The Dutch has plenty of coins, so maybe I get out a saloon, get out some mercenaries. And perhaps turn the factories off from collecting up coin. Try and go for more torps here. Definitely important. Now got the team infantry hit points. The Dutch. That's probably not that useful. Thin-bred horse is probably useful. Note that affects hussars, halberdiers. That's actually maybe not. Be useful to hussars. Hussars would continue being useful in this situation, and maybe less so now. So maybe not go with that card. Don't need to go for that. Why refrigeration or rural mint wouldn't be half bad and start eyeing for secondary mills and farms? He has both heavy factories spawning in the field, going for heavy cannon, does build some walls. Boyar is now gaining the guard, does take up those units, boot up the torps. This will give him some good amount of coin income. These are just veteran hussars, these are guard boyars.
Anfall!
Almost all the fish has been cleaned up. This is going to be very problematic for the Swedish player. He has a good amount of food. Enough to age up, actually. And there's some factories here. Maybe another round petards? And try to destroy those factories? More heavy cannon being pulled on the field. Very good. The Swedish player has all much population available. Both of them has similar population at the moment as well. More hussars here, so Carolins will be a bit more useful now since it's going to supply more hussars. Oops, my apologies. And my microphone again. We do now have the Byzantine legacy as well as the something just got canceled here. Nope, he does restart that. Going for the Everzone health and damage, or just damage, as well as more range damage. Does get the advanced trading post researched here. Let's go for the guard run buttons. No blackberries. Getting to the point where blackberries could be useful.
Yeah.
Looks like, yep, he's almost out of fish out of the sea, so he's overfished. And some of these fishing boats can start being deleted. He also has a round of cavalry there he has not retasked. Very fine coachman research by one of the players. Mercantilism for the Dutch. Has another shipment available. It's going for the team infantry attack. Greek Revolution for the Swedish player. Got a round of mortars. I think Red has too much artillery at this point. He needs to focus on other things. As much as love artillery, he does get some Hulk penalties, which would be good. His point is playing off Hussars. Hulk penalties will be a perfect counter to them. So both sides are good encounters. Luso also collecting up some of the local fauna. Carabiners. Is that meant for his skirmishers, I believe? No? Is that for the routiers? Carabiners. I'm not sure which upgrade that is for. Not for the hussars. Not for the skirmishers. I think that is for the routier. I always forget the name of all the Royal Guard units. Of course, I don't think that gives them carbines. Maybe it does. Let's see. They don't get increased attack speed. They do go carbina routiers. They do actually get equipped with carbines, so they don't get that fast attack speed like the carbine cavalry as like the US or the Italians. Because they're like repeaters, not necessarily carbines. Yeah, not bad. Or under siege, heavy cav versus heavy cav. We don't see the Golden Reckoner being deployed on out. Mortars getting some decent damage onto the upgraded fort. Heavy cannons need to focus down the infantry blobs, not taxing his artillery. He's just hitting the heavy cav, which is not great. Fort takes severe damage. Walls do get destroyed. Everzone's firing away. Now the heavy infantry is going to be hacking apart the heavy cannon. One heavy cannon does go down, and Red just gets overran. And I think because Red just simply didn't properly cast his artillery to hit the infantry. The Dutch deploy more hussars, more heavy cav. The Swedish player is trying to go for more Halka penalties, which is good. But they're just veteran. Fortress Age versus Industrial Age. Swedish player taking time. He has plenty of resources, taking time to fall back, build some units. He does get another round of boyars to help engage these skirmishers. All LTs do have a bit of AoE, so they are decent versus grouped up units such as skirmishers can be. Not a hard counter, more of a soft counter. More forces being brought on in by the Dutch. The Swedish player does not have enough production structures. His light cavalry is not engaging the hussars. But some of them start dancing around a little bit too much. Another round of boyars. Round of militia being brought in. He could perhaps hit the Sacred Man infantry one more time if it's available. Villagers starting to go down. He has some reserve resources. His opponent has expended most of his reserve. He could try going for revolution to help do a final knockout punch. Heavy cast on go down. Grenadier does go down. Giant Grenadier. Another round of hussars here. It looks like Reg is getting overran. Round of Saxon cuirassiers now pulled on field. It's got some even heavier cav. But right now they're sort of dancing around a little bit. They're not engaging, taking a lot of free shots there from the root here. More units streaming on in. Another heavy cannon there. Engaged a point-blank shot into these skirmishers. Did a lot less damage than what I expected. There's a good volley there. Avzone's pulled on as well. They should be decent against the root here, of course, but Red just simply doesn't have enough production. He's expended all his resources, has plenty of wood and coin. They're eyeing for a round of siege weapons, but right now it's the forces that is issue. Going out a mill. I suppose for lack of fish, he's just hit a stolen point on his economy. And we've got multiple structures going down now. More hussars. He could try bringing some more stuff with the siege damage. Going for the factories. Has a bit of coin generation from these torps. And of course from the whales. Heavy cannon here. 2 heavy cannons support on the field. It's a good hit there on that halberdier. Heavy cannon goes down. Oops. Got quite a bit of force here, including that howitzer I recommend him building. I think it'd be a good idea to destroy... Okay, he's going for the gate. He actually rebuilt his walls. I thought there was an opening there, but nope, there's a trade post there. Apparently open ground is impassable. Greek Revolution for the Dutch now. And we got Red now back in the game. This is Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.